Hi Gemini, welcome to your June 2019 Angel Card reading. I'm using the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck, as well as the Angel Tarot card deck, both by Doreen Virtue. Just a quick reminder, these are personal readings, so if you ever would like these are general readings. So if you ever would like a personal reading from me, please go to my website, angelawakening.net. I was tuning in to the Gemini energy before starting this video, but actually I tend to do this after I lay out the cards, because I am a Gemini and I don't want my filter to get in the way of what is happening for the collective, and I want to make sure that it's not coming through for me personally. But obviously with general readings, there's going to be a subset of you that this will apply, and others it may not resonate as much. So typical statement here to take what resonates and discard the rest. But the two messages that came up most prevalent were, one, gems, to really work on getting clear about what you want. What is it that you truly desire? What is it that is going to bring you real joy? What is it that you want to build? What is it that you want to expand on? What is it that is driving or motivating you? And that is really going to help with any crossroads you may be at, be it personal or professional. So consider what you have maybe put on the back burner, or what you have thought was, well, I'll get to that later, or I don't have time for that, or I can't get into a relationship right now because I don't know where I'm at professionally, or I don't want to take this more challenging position or opportunity because it's going to take me in a new direction, and I don't know that that's the direction I want to go, or I'm not going to expand on my business because it'll take me away from my family. But where is it that what you really want to do is getting lost in those in that conversation? Where is it that you are finding yourself making excuses for things that you either do want to do or don't, and those excuses are really driving, and excuse may be a bigger word than what this is. What conversations are you having with yourself that are taking you off course because you just aren't sure that you want to go down the road less traveled, or you just aren't sure that you want to make this investment? And for June, it's going to be really important to get to the core of why that is. With a new moon coming up, I think it's June the 3rd, in your sign, again, what is it that is driving, motivating, causing you to have positive feelings about something, a situation, or someone, and you're either taking a step back, or you're not fully committing, or you're not fully engaged, and there may need to be some deep dive as to why that is. Secondly, I was getting the message of, and I got this similar message for another sign, and it's not the same. What I got for them was distraction, distracted, and what I get for Gemini is more scattered. So I don't feel like this concept of, okay, I really want to make a decision and I don't know, or it's not that you're not realizing that you haven't committed fully to something, or you haven't fully invested in something, or you're not quite sure about something. you've just got a lot of things going on, and so your energy and your time and your talent is scattered quite a bit, and that is contributing to some of the hedging on what it is that you should do next. So let's see where the cards take us in regards to those introductory messages, and let's see if it has us go in that same direction or in a completely different one. The first card we get is King of Air. Speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So, in the King of Air description, brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. So, the description here of the King of Air could either be something that you aspire to, something, the professional, diplomatic, impartial. I mean, everybody would, sure, you're brilliant. Yeah. We can all say that about ourselves, right? It just sounds kind of funny to say, I am brilliant. But obviously you are. So this could be you. This could be the person that you want to seek out. This could be the person that you were dealing with. But if you are kind of at what you feel at a crossroads, it could be valuable to seek someone out who holds those qualities. Someone who can give you professional advice, someone who can help you balance the mental and emotional considerations that you need to be making. Because I do feel like there are counterpoints to every argument that you could make about why you want to do something, why you want to go one direction, drop something, pick something else up, expand on something, take something to the next level. There are always going to be pros and cons. And if necessary, this could mean it's important to consult a third party. And it's important to, just consider that maybe you're not, one of the reasons why you may not be fully invested in something is because you haven't let yourself really get emotionally invested, emotionally concerned with how you feel around this. You're really trying hard to be logical. You're trying hard to be rational. You're, obviously, as an air sign, King of Air, doesn't get any better than the King of Air. So, in terms of the element of air. So where is it that you are getting up in your head and letting the conversations that you have with yourself about where it is that you're at, where it is that you want to go next, and it's all making sense logically, but you're not taking that emotional consideration as seriously as you should, so that it can also play a part in your decision-making process. And sometimes in order to get that information, in order to get to that place, you need that professional, third-party, objective, diplomatic advice. That person who is strictly a professional and has no investment in your business, has no investment in your relationships, has no investment in you taking that promotion, seeking that promotion, going back to school, doing something that other people may or may not approve of. So a therapist, a counselor, a career advisor, a mentor at work, somebody that you really trust as an objective party. So we also get the Seven of Water, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. And what's interesting is I noticed whenever I laid out these cards, this was the only one that was upside down. I don't usually put a whole lot of credence into upside down cards unless they're really calling out to me. So I feel like, so with the 7 being the number of relationships and water obviously being associated with our emotional feeling, how things are flowing, again, a complex decision. They need to do research. When this is upside down, to me, this is speaking to you're not letting your emotions flow. You're not letting your emotion, the consideration of your feelings at this point has become a non-factor. It's almost become a obstacle to making a decision. Because when we pretend like our feelings aren't there or our emotions aren't a part of a complex decision or something that we know that we need to be making, when we pretend that they're not there, they become even more important. They become even more of a factor because we're not even putting them into the mix. So, having the opportunity to focus, that's not going to be a concern. The concern is going to be around where you are potentially leaving behind your emotional investment and hoping that this can logically work itself out without you having to have any feeling around it or associate with it whatsoever. So let's do something on this card. I've gotten this card several times, and sometimes it can be in video readings, and sometimes it can be challenging to see the colors. But just so you know, taking a look, if you can't see it in the video, in the camera, there are colors associated with these cups. So the colors are actually attuned to your chakras. And what we want to look for is what color you are most drawn to. So if you can't see the full red, there is a red here. There is an orange. There is a yellow. There is a light blue. There is a dark blue. And there is a purple. If you're drawn more to the red, this is going to be home, money, security related. If you're drawn more to the orange, it's more creative, addictions, sexuality. If you're drawn to the yellow, it could mean power and control. If you're drawn to green, it's love and healing. If you're drawn to light blue, it's communication and speaking your truth. If it's dark blue, it's visions and psychic abilities. And if it's purple, that means spirituality. So again, you're not necessarily going to see all of those colors in this card, but they are there. And you could have a mix. There could be a mix of colors. This could be, home and security and, power within the home, or it could be green. It could, be love and healing along with psychic abilities and visions in the dark blue. So if you needed to pause at that point and kind of just take another look at the cards, see what you're drawn to, and then go back and listen to the description again, maybe that will be helpful. But I feel like this is considering all the information that you have, and then really sitting with yourself to determine, how do I feel about making a decision one way or another? Where does that put me in terms of my purpose, in terms of, wanting to wake up in the morning and really having this be a big part of my life, either this person or situation? How does that make me feel? We also get the Knight of Earth. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. A guardian angel. Loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. So this is another stop procrastinating card. that we just got in the Seven of Water. And yeah, so I'm not really getting the sense that you all are procrastinating as much as this is about being somewhat scattered. And certainly being scattered can throw anyone into kind of a halfway committed to certain activities and halfway completing. I've had to learn the hard way on this, that I don't really think multitasking is an actual thing. I think that's something that we like to tell ourselves, so we can feel a little bit more useful and valuable, and maybe better equipped than our peers or something. But, really focusing on one thing at a time has a lot of value. That has a lot of merit. And when you can focus on one thing at a time, you are able to buckle down and get things done. You are able to honor your commitments. And you can be renewed or rejuvenated by, having that appreciation for what it takes to get something done and something accomplished. It's challenging to do that when you're scattered or you're not emotionally invested in something. So this could be you as loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind, or again, this could be the mentor or advisor that you seek out, that you reach out to, or your partner, or a family member, whatever it is for your personal, unique situation, who comes in and is kind of a guardian angel of sorts and helps give you an opportunity to be who you are, to somebody that you can depend on, and somebody who teaches you, gives you an example of what it means to be dependable, to what it means to attend to details and be thorough, and again, honoring your promises. And I'm not suggesting that that's something you guys aren't doing. Again, it's just when you're still putting all the pieces together and you're still identifying what it is that's going to work for you, it can become very challenging to see the forest for the trees. And I think with a card that has trees in a forest, it can be very valuable to seek this person out, seeking out professional advice, and identifying either somebody as a third party or somebody in your immediate surroundings who can kind of help you see that vision much clearer. 6 of Earth, gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. So 6 is also associated with your day-to-day activities, how you operate in a day-to-day environment, what your work day-to-day structure is like. And Earth, obviously, again, with your foundation. 6 can also be related to health-related concerns, or I typically see the 6 as, in terms of health, when I see it as an improvement of health, especially when it's related to the Earth card, because it's, again, just more of your you taking practical steps to make improvements in the area of your health. But this is saying abundance is on the way, and your continued effort to stay grateful gets rewarded. And you could potentially be the recipient of something in the form of a gift or an opportunity or advice. Again, we get advice. New career opportunities could present themselves. These people would potentially be what you have waited for in terms of reliable, in terms of fair and responsible. There could be a promotion or a bonus or financial rewards are all possible at this time. So that goes along with paying off debts, celebrating, receiving a loan, profit sharing. So as you work through this process and, like I said, really get clear about what it is that you want, that can lead you to this great career opportunity, this great opportunity to partner with someone you can trust, to partner with someone who's reliable. And maybe that's something that you need to get clearer about before you take these next steps and before you get really committed. But it's going to be so valuable for you to take those extra steps because the reward that could be possible in June is very real and very much something that you will have earned. So anytime you can take advantage of something that you've earned, both as a result of your work and as a result of staying positive and being grateful for all that you have, is always great to see. And you get the Knight of Fire, a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. So, I mean, I think this could be, for some of you in a number of different ways, this could be something that comes up because you haven't taken the time to assess. And when I say haven't taken the time, that's probably not completely fair. It's more of, some of these situations can come up and sneak up on us. And maybe we were hoping that, it wasn't going to happen now, or I was going to have to deal with this later, or, what you were hoping would come through didn't. But this is just saying it's possible a significant situation could require your immediate attention. So you don't want to make a rash decision. Obviously staying enthusiastic and confident are great as long as you don't have a separation from the wise choice and staying cautious in the situation. So this could also mean whatever partnership you could be potentially considering or getting involved with, either in terms of a business or relationship or in seeking this advice and mentorship. You just want to make sure that they are, if they're a take charge individual, that they're someone that you have confidence in. And again, this could be you. This could be you saying, I'm going to take charge of this situation and I'm going to move forward and I'm going to be fearless and I'm going to take this on as an adventure. The only concern is that in our impatience, we can lose sight of what's really the long-term best solution. And it could come about that, we want things our own way, but we're not really thinking in terms of what we want in the long run. So what's going to work right now in this moment may serve to create a sudden event that needs your attention, or again, we're not fully going through all the steps of what it is we need to evaluate, and so this sudden event comes up as a result. Stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. Okay. Whew. So I love that we get this card right after a fiery card, because this is telling us that there's really nothing to fear. There's really nothing to be paranoid about or be looking over our shoulder about. This is saying you have done a lot of hard work. You have put in the hours or the effort, either, again, in relationship or in something personal or partnership. And now it's really about taking advantage of this gift, taking advantage of the fact that you have waited. You were not rash in your decision making. You took the time to assess the situation as you needed to, and now it's just a matter of just be a little more patient. Just stay a little more patient before you make a decision that that may affect the entire outcome. Use your imagination to visualize what you want. I feel like using this card as a guidepost with that, as I said, kind of going back through the colors. And, when you take action, it's going to be guided. It's going to be based on this sense of, I've done my homework. I've done the research. I'm not procrastinating, but I'm making sure that the decisions I make are grounded, that they are cautious, that they are rational, and before long, you will be able to enjoy some real concrete benefits from your efforts. And we also get accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. So once you've done all the work, once you feel like you've really dug deep and you've really worked through the process, then you've just got to a large degree, sit back and let the universe and let your guides and let your angels provide you with the next step, provide you with that next opportunity. Let something come to you. If you're still working through something, obviously you can't, and I know you won't, just stop and give up and crawl into a hole and wait for somebody to come get you. But, I mean, this is saying don't get in the way of great opportunities. See synchronicities, synchronistic events when they're coming up. See those as signs that you are ready, available, eyes open. You've asked for guidance, you've asked for help, and now when it comes to you in whatever form that might be, you're going to see it. You're going to see it for what it is. You're going to see it as opportunities. You're not going to see it as a hindrance or something or somebody trying to hold you back. You're going to see it as, all right, I've done the work. I've stayed positive. I've stayed optimistic. And now I'm accepting the help that's being offered to me. So I also was called to pull some cards from the bottom of the deck. The Chariot, Archangel Metatron, an important achievement. Self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. What an awesome card to get as confirmation for us. And 7 again as the number of partnerships. Yeah, so when you keep working, people can't help but recognize you. 7 of air, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. So continue to work through when it's the right time to leap and when it's the right time to step back and let the universe do some of the work for you. That's going to be for a certain subset of you. Queen of Water, relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. So I feel like as you work through the emotional side of this, that's when you really get to see these relationships and partnerships take off. People always want to feel like they're the most important reason for why you're doing something in a business or in a personal relationship. People want to believe that you're in it for them. And if you have an opportunity to really show that empathetic side of yourself, that patient and loving side of yourself, then relationships will go to the next level. Business will go to the next level. But you got to trust who you are, what you're about, your intuition, and ultimately caring for yourself and others will help you do that. Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So the feeling side of this again is means that you can open yourself up to a potential new relationship, potential new partnership. You can open yourself up to taking a current relationship to the next level. I think once you kind of open up the floodgates, if you will, with what that means for you individually, maybe it's, you going through a process of, how to be more in your emotions, how to take emotions seriously, how to use emotions as part of your intuition. It can open you up to a whole another world of relationships and positive development in that area. So the last card I'm pulling is the Four of Earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. I also got it in the reverse, and I've been getting this card a lot for the signs in June. I see this as just another opportunity to do a sweeping review of where you're at with your finances, where you're at with your investments, where you're at with your resources. How do you, again, with 4 being the number of the home and the number of your foundation, how do you feel about where you're living? Can you refinance something? Does it make sense to move? Is there an investment in another property that would make more sense? Just, again, let's go back through what the story is here. Speaking your mind, potentially seeking out professional advice, balancing mental and emotional considerations, which I think is the key to the month of June. In the reverse, the Seven of Water, a complex decision. So we already know it's complex. If you have to do more research, but don't let that be an excuse to procrastinate. Buckle down, get things done, but take into consideration your feelings about how this is all playing out and where it is that you want this to go, and who it is that you want in your life and in your immediate environment to be a part of this, and who can you lean on for partnerships, for advice, for bouncing off ideas, and who do you really trust? Because as you work through all of that, the opportunity to get a gift of some kind, I see it more at the end of June, maybe 3rd week of June, but a gift in the form of a monetary gift, a financial gift, a opportunity, a career change, a chance to pay off some debt. Something comes as the result of you really doing the hard work of where it is you want to go and how you feel about doing it. And when you get to that point, you could find that there's an event that you have to take into consideration, maybe before you accept this gift, um, maybe before you move forward with a certain opportunity. There's something that you have to take care of, and time is of the essence. And thinking things through is going to benefit you as you stay optimistic, as you keep working. You're not quitting right before this opportunity comes up. You're not quitting right before your reward comes to you. You're feeling your way through it. You know that the possibility of you getting a opportunity to take a relationship to another level, to fall in love with an individual that maybe you haven't met yet, the opportunity to move to a new home or make a big change is there. You just want to make sure that your plans are solid, that you're not using, the excuse of that you're not taking an opportunity out of context, that you're still logical about it. Again, balancing these mental and emotional considerations and knowing what timing works for you and not for somebody else, so that you can make this good business decision. Make sure that you're not being too frivolous, too cautious with money. You're again, balance, because at the end of it, this important achievement with public recognition has the potential to be there, to be yours. And I feel like it could come as the result of the universe saying, all right, you've done the work and you've asked us for help, so here it is. And this could also be a cautionary tale. Be careful what you wish for. So again, this is why it's really important to be very clear with yourself on what it is you want, why you want it, how it sits in your heart center, what it means to you personally. And once you're ready, go for it. So complex, yes, but very exciting. So all right, Gemini, I hope that was helpful. If you would like a personal reading from me, please go to my website, angelawakening.net, and I look forward to speaking with you all soon.